Hello, hey Facebook. God bless you. Hope everybody's doing well this Monday afternoon, last Monday in March. Um, the Lord is good. I'm a little late getting on this afternoon. Kind of debated whether to get on or just let it pass. But this is sort of the wind down with my series of Saving Our Sons. And this is week number 11 of our live broadcast. Hard to believe, time just flies. This is really part of a call to action. The next couple of weeks are a call to action. So don't have a lot to talk about. What's more on my mind is more questions. How do we come to the place where it's okay when we have so many of our young people that are struggling? Is more. I want to ask questions, and this is not necessarily the format, but I want to plant a seed, if you will. I want you to think about it. And I've covered a lot of material over the last 10 weeks, but this week I want to ask questions. I want to ask some thought-provoking questions. I was looking at numbers, and in America between 2019 and 2023, we lost 68 black men to gun violence. 68,000, excuse me, 68,000 black men to gun violence. Um, I think that's more than the entire Vietnam War. There was 50 something thousand men in general, soldiers, uh, that died in the Vietnam War. And that's certainly not laughable by any stretch of the imagination. But there were protests against the war. There were all kinds of political actions against the war to bring our troops home. Yet, right here in America, in just that 4 5 year window that I just mentioned, we lost 68,000 just black men alone to gun violence in America. Now, majority of that was um, homicides, and then there was a fair number of suicides. So suicide is high amongst our black men as well. So that's alarming to me. That's something that should provoke everybody to just wonder what's going on. Marvin Gaye said what's going on. Anyway, but yeah, so here we are. We have so many people dying. We have the drug epidemic. Drug use is rampant, and the culture that exists in many places within our communities is that it's casual use. It's not a big deal, nothing serious. While it keeps many of our young people from being able to get good jobs, and we don't talk about it. It's accepted. There's so many things that we could talk about it, and it just seems like we're not talking to one another. I have the pleasure, the good fortune of talking with a lot of people, and many times as leaders. And talking with one friend, and um, I'm leaving names out of this, but this fellow with his brother was saying that he just stays away from that kind of stuff because the people really don't want to hear it. He gives them what they want. He was asked to drink his message and to make it user friendly, and he accommodated, and I get it. I get it. There's so much of I don't know. It's just it's troubling because we as a people are slipping, and we're sliding further and further behind and slipping more and more into a dark place. It seems almost as if there's no return. But how do we cope with that as a community? How do we cope with the reality that the prison population is growing with our young people? More and more young people are dying. The wealth gap is getting wider, and less and less people are owning, particularly our people are owning their homes. But that's across the board in that regard, are able to afford and be able to make decisions to where they can own property. So there's a number of things we got working. This is a call to action. So I'm just going to put it out there. If you have been moved by anything that's been said, or if there's some of this stuff that resonates with you, reach out. Reach out. Instant message. If you know me, call me. But if you don't, message me. And I would love to have a conversation with you. There are other meetings that we're organizing at the community level. Currently, we're putting some things in place. This is not the end by any stretch of the imagination. I'm going to stop addressing it on this platform because after 12 weeks, that's enough, guys. I'm going to turn this thing loose and move on to something else. There's a lot that the Lord wants to say to us, but I wanted to be faithful to this process. And I think I've done that. So you've gotten a lot of information. Hopefully, you stayed with me, and there are a lot of people that have watched them, and that's good. There's a lot of information has gone out, so I'm hopeful that it has in some way touched your heart, and at least if it didn't move you, it just gave you something to think about. So, but think about it: 68,000 men that we've lost, and that's not 24, 25 numbers, but that was the best I could come up with. I suspect that they may be even higher now. I hope it's not so, but that's the best I could do for you. If you have questions, reach out. Again, this is a call to action. Pray, pray. If nothing else, pray. And again, always be mindful that every Friday for right now, and until the Lord say something different, we're going to meet for prayer on Friday mornings on Zoom. Right now, it's exclusively for men. This is called Iron Sharpens Iron, and just felt like there was a need to strengthen one another, encourage one another, but potentially we may open that up. I know a lot of a lot of the women have a burden to pray as well, and I just it's not enough hours in the day to do something where you have different groups set up for all these different people, and you're busy, we're all busy, but I just wanted to set something up where people can come together and touch and agree and believe God for change in our communities and in your families. This is not just about this is the Friday prayer is open to everybody, and we'll pray about any and everything. Excuse me. Again, this is a call to action. If Saving Our Sons resonates with you, and you want to be a part of this movement, because it is a movement, while I've been doing this on social media, we're also actively putting different initiatives together in the community. We're addressing the local leaders, politicians, and spiritual leaders as well. So if you're inclined to be involved, then reach out to me. Until then, God bless you. Hope to see you next Monday. I'll hope it more than likely be a short session again, but just going to wrap this thing up. It'll be 12 weeks. That was my plan, and I'm trying to stay faithful to that. And then we'll just play it one day do it one day at a time. God bless you. Love you, and we'll talk soon.